So has there ever been a time in your life where you've needed to lock in, or you felt like you needed to start self-improving properly and get a proper grip on your life, but you felt like in order to properly do so, you needed to cut off your friends? That's a big question that a lot of people are asking themselves now. It's like, yeah, because you see all these videos all the time, man. It's just like, oh yeah, you need to cut off your whole friend group, or only the best remain, and it's like, you're the average of the top 5 people you spend the most time with and whatever. And I will add as well that I was someone who's a huge promoter of that. I'd be telling that to everyone, and I'd be like, yeah, look, if people are not pulling their weight, they're gonna get cut off and whatever. But I've actually changed my perspective on it now. I see it differently, and this is actually because I saw a couple of other good videos really explained it well. When it comes to your friends, especially if you've had friends for a long time, like, friend group, even if they're not exactly in the best position or doing the most to elevate their lives themselves, it's like, I don't know, should you cut off your friends? Like, if you've been friends with them for a long time, they must be good people. They must be good people in one way or in many ways. So obviously, you know yourself as well that it's not easy to find good people, especially as you get older. I don't know, I personally find this to be the case, where I fear that as you network and look to make more connections, you find good people, you find people who are good at what they do, but you mightn't be able to find people who are fit to be good friends with you. Like, you and your friends have built a special bond over the years. Like, you guys have your own inside jokes. Like, you know each other on a good level. And in many cases, like, friendships are a special thing. So given that they're such a special thing, should you be so quick to cut off your friends? There's a lot of, obviously, mental health benefits that you can get. There's obviously all of the things you can do. If you cut off your friends, that's kind of it. You're not really gonna have those things anymore. And also, a lot of the time I see people fail to think about this. When you win and when all of your self-improvement efforts finally lead to an outcome, who's gonna be there for you? Who's gonna be waiting at the finish line? If you've cut off everyone to get to the finish line, then, like, it's just you and your achievements, whatever, the trophies, the money. What's it mean when you're the only one who has those things and the only one who cares about them? Imagine then, on the other hand, though, that you kept self-improving, you kept working, but you didn't cut off your friends, and then you have something to share with a lot of people, as opposed to just having it all to yourself. Because what does it mean then? That's something you really have to think about, because I know people are just completely forgetting about that, and I'm guilty of doing it too. Now, I do want to importantly state, though, that the type of friends you have matters. Obviously, if guys are destroying their own lives, dragging themselves down, and most importantly, not doing a single thing to change it, then you might have to consider cutting them off. Like, this video, I'm kind of making it from the point of view where you have decent friends who are not aligned with you mentally, but are just good people. Like, I don't think you should cut off those people. But if you have people who, like, they're going out, just bad habits, like drinking, smoking, partying all the time, no ambition whatsoever, then you might have to cut out those guys, because they're gonna make you more likely to fall back into those things. They're gonna bring down your discipline. One party a week could ruin 2 days of work for you, which could slow down your mission. And really importantly, don't want to leave this out, they could lower your vibration as well. Like, when you hang around with lower vibration people, you tend to end up on their vibration too. It can be really hard to keep a high vibration. I've tried, and it doesn't work. And all these low vibration environments, like university, it's the exact same thing. You come into the room and you just feel your soul just like leaving your body. That's just how low vibration it is in there. So yeah, definitely, that's a big point. Now the third and probably final point I'd like to make is, before you consider cutting people off, see, can you try get them onto self-improvement in one way or another. I think there are a lot of ways to go about it. I think definitely what got me onto self-improvement was seeing my friends and older peers doing better than me. Like that's what got me into it. I was like, oh look, I saw my friend like this, and now it's like this. You know, what's stopping me from doing the same? That's what got me to start. So obviously, that's one thing you can do. Set yourself as a standard that your friends can work up to. If they see you making money, if they see you getting women, there's a chance that they're gonna attempt to follow in your footsteps. Like, I know in my own case, I had friends, like, you know, I was the most shy, I was getting the least women in the group, whatever, but I started improving, all of those things started coming to me, and then they started asking me for advice. And some of them, they started improving their own lives too, and they started making efforts and doing bolder things that they usually wouldn't have done, which is a really good sign to see as a friend in a friend group. That's exactly what you want to be seeing from your friends when you're on self-improvement. So that's one thing. See, can you just set a standard for others to live up to? But also, secondly, I would say actually have conversations with them about it. Sometimes people need that little bit of a push. I have had a couple of friends like that who needed like, yeah, a kick up the arse, as they say, to get going, especially when it comes to the gym. You know, there are a couple of friends who are like, oh yeah, I don't know what to do in the gym, or I don't know how to eat and stuff. And me, doing fitness myself and nutrition as well, I was like, okay, I'll make a plan for you. I'll help you out. I'll show you exactly how to get started. Running, then calisthenics, then gym, whatever. Did it for them. Sometimes you actually need to take a bit of action. Like, what I hate to see from guys is this. They're like, oh yeah, I'm on self-improvement, none of my friends are doing anything about it, and you know, they're just sitting on their arses. Like, bro, suggest something to them first. Like, just cutting them off straight away is a lazy option. It's just a lazy decision. And as I said at the beginning of this video, could come back to bite you in the ass later. When you're like, oh, when something happens to you and you need good people that you trust, but you don't have any of them anymore because you cut them off and didn't even try to fix them beforehand or give them some help. Genuinely, a lot of people, like in my own life, a lot of people have changed their lives once I just spoke to them and showed them in a calm manner what they can achieve with their lives. I'll say it in all my videos. Like, I've seen guys do remarkable things just because they put their mind to it and actually believed that they could and had someone else believe in them. So be that friend for your friends. I in this video, I just want to put a different perspective on this whole thing about friend groups or self-improvement, because, like, you know, it appears that the general consensus on here is just like, yeah, you know, cut off friends who are not serving you and things like that. That just, when I hear that, it just goes into that whole like dark motivation, just bullshit that is on them TikTok accounts, bro. It's like, think with your own brain. Think with your own brain. You have your own thoughts. You have your own mind. If you could see that your friends are like okay and they're savable, give them a chance. Okay, there. That's it. I'm out.